Welcome back to the B-Roll Benny channel. I'm Benny. Today I want to talk to you about some steps that you can do to improve your photography immediately. And I'm not trying to teach any of you photographers that are already established, already well on your way with your careers. I want to talk specifically to brand new photographers. Maybe you just picked up that camera, got it out of the box, thought to yourself, how hard could it be? You know, I've scrolled through Instagram, I've seen all those great photos. It can't be that hard. And then you went out and started shooting and realized you may have been a little bit out of your element or a little bit out of your depth. There's some things that for brand new photographers that can instantly improve your photography. And I think the very first one that we should talk about, and I think that this is very much overlooked, and a lot of people will say something to the effect of rules were meant to be broken. In my opinion, that is true. Rules are meant to be broken. However, a master of a craft is a master of the basics, if that makes sense. And the very first basic lesson in photography is the rule of thirds. Now, when you're photographing a human subject or an animal subject or, you know, like a mammal or a thing, I always try to leave that rule of thirds as 2/3 of my frame is my subject, 1/3 is horizon or sky or background or whatever it is. Now, when you're shooting full body, you can do this a couple of different ways. If you have a really beautiful sky or a really beautiful background, you could do 1/3 as that human subject and 2/3 as that background to give that element of grandness and largeness. But unless you're in like the Canadian Rockies, this isn't really something that you're going to do very often. So for most photographers, just try it out. Shoot your human subjects with the human taking up 2/3 of the frame, horizon and background being 1/3 of the frame. The second thing that I think is really important with photography is lighting. And honestly, if you can master lighting, and the quicker you can master lighting, you're going to get hired and you're going to get paid faster than you can believe. Soft lighting makes human beings look better, period, full stop. There are many photographers that can shoot harsh light, contrasty shadows, but they have been in this industry for a long time. For you, the brand new beginner, let's master the basics. Easy way to do this, golden hour. The hour before sunset, when the sun is starting to set and the light becomes soft, that is your best time to photograph a subject. If you want to go out and do a family photo shoot with your family or your kids or your significant other or a friend, the very best time that you can do this is the hour before sunset. It is a cheat code. It's just easy. Now, some photographers get stuck in only shooting in golden hour, and that's not the right answer either. But when you're first starting out, use the cheat code. Super easy. You want your shots to look great. You're going to have these great sunsets on a clear day, and you're going to have these contrasty shadows on an overcast day. They look phenomenal. The third thing that I think a lot of pros would disagree with for a brand new photographer lesson is depth. Depth can be introduced in a multitude of ways. The easiest way to introduce depth to a shot is by opening up the aperture. So say you just got your brand new camera and it came with that kit lens, and that kit lens has an f-stop that maybe goes down to 4. You're not going to be able to blur out backgrounds, really. I mean, if you get all the way at the end of that zoom and you get some tunnel compression with the zoom lens, you'll get some bokeh or blurriness in the background. But nothing like going on Amazon, buying a $100 nifty 50 lens that opens up to f1.8 and taking that out and snapping some pictures of your friend or your dog or whatever. That blurriness just instantly looks professional. It's the reason why phones have a portrait mode. It just looks incredible. And it gives that feeling of depth. It gives that I don't know, I can't even explain it. But that's such a cheat code. The second cheat code with depth is leading lines. Go find a bridge, go find a guardrail. I don't want to say go find train tracks, but they do work really, really well. Don't photograph on train tracks. It's really, really dangerous. But if you happen to have abandoned train tracks somewhere, or like a rails to trails that are abandoned, they're beautiful for photographing and using leading lines. The leading lines creates a depth to your image that even the simplest thing of having a child look over the edge of a bridge becomes this incredible portrait that's print-worthy, that's noteworthy. It's such a cheat code. Another really easy tip for creating depth is using the foreground. A lot of times I'll take like a piece of twig or you know, tree, like leaves and things like that, and I will hold it in front of my camera just to give that foreground depth. If my subject is sitting within the trees and the leaves and it's this beautiful, you know, autumn day or something like that, and I'm holding a leaf out just to get that leafy blur in the foreground, it creates depth between the viewer and the subject, and it gives the photograph just a different textured appeal. And with depth, the idea is to create an image that is two-dimensional but appears three-dimensional. Once you've mastered that, you're well on your way. Since starting this channel, my whole concept has been to be able to provide you, a brand new photographer, with lessons on how to become a better photographer every single day with just very quick, easy to digest tutorials and ideas. It's up to you to now go out, take these lessons learned and practice. I would love it if you showed me some examples. So if you found this video helpful and you went out and practiced, please hit me up. My website is brollbenny.com. All of my contact information is there. I would love to see the work that you've created as a result of these videos. I really appreciate you staying tuned in, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.